But when I use these words, this is my intent behind those words.
Yeah.
Wow.
So as long as you understand my intent, I still get people, well, just don't say it. And I said, I'm not going to do that.
It's gotten to the point where literally there's part of me, a deep part of me, that just, F it, bring it on. If you want to cancel me, go ahead.
Tim Allen just threw a wrench in Hollywood's woke machine. With a single tweet about a child's identity crisis at Disneyland, he ignited a firestorm that threatened to consume his career. But Allen didn't back down. Instead, he doubled down, becoming the unlikely hero in a battle against cancel culture. How did this sitcom star transform into Hollywood's most unapologetic anti-woke voice? It was just another day at the happiest place on earth. Tim Allen, the beloved star of Home Improvement and Toy Story, was strolling through Disneyland, enjoying the sights and sounds of the magical kingdom. Little did he know that a casual observation would soon ignite a firestorm of controversy. As Allen wandered past a group of families, he overheard a conversation that struck him as odd. A young child was expressing confusion about their gender identity, right there in the middle of the theme park. For Allen, this moment crystallized his concerns about the increasing focus on gender issues in society, especially when it came to children. Without hesitation, Allen took to Twitter to share his thoughts. Saw a pretty woman next to a guy with his tits out. Based on the child's reaction, that's the new normal, he wrote. The tweet spread like wildfire, quickly garnering thousands of likes, retweets, and comments. The backlash was swift and fierce. Social media exploded with accusations of transphobia and bigotry.
I do some stuff. The women in my life were, whatever political party it was, always they hated the government and who's going to pay for it.
Yeah.
They always argued about that over vodka.
And all I could say was, let me get to the mic and say a few things before you throw out "you suck."
LGBTQ+ activists condemned Allen's words as harmful and insensitive. Hollywood insiders whispered about potential career repercussions. In a matter of hours, Tim Allen had become the latest target of cancel culture. But why did this particular tweet cause such an uproar? The cultural climate in Hollywood and beyond had been shifting rapidly. Progressive values and identity politics were becoming increasingly dominant, especially in the entertainment industry. Allen's comment struck at the heart of a deeply divisive issue, challenging the prevailing narrative about gender identity and children. Rather than apologize or backtrack, Allen doubled down. In subsequent interviews, he defended his right to express his opinions and questioned the wisdom of exposing young children to complex gender issues. I don't think it's a good idea to confuse kids about their identity, he stated firmly in one interview. That's just my opinion, and I'm entitled to it.
And then what I got to do sometimes is explain, which I hate in big arenas, that this is a thought police thing, and I do not like it.
Starting in '75, do you still enjoy stand-up, my friend, as much as you did in the early days?
As the controversy raged on, many wondered how this would affect Allen's career. Would he be blacklisted from major projects? Would his existing shows face cancellation? The entertainment industry held its breath, waiting to see how this clash between traditional values and progressive ideals would play out. Surprisingly, the controversy didn't diminish Allen's popularity. If anything, it enhanced his image as a straight-talking, no-nonsense figure, willing to stand up to Hollywood's woke agenda. Fans rallied around him, praising his courage and honesty. Conservative commentators hailed him as a voice of reason in an increasingly politically correct world. But this Twitter storm was just the opening salvo in Tim Allen's battle against Hollywood's progressive culture. Little did he know that an even bigger challenge was looming on the horizon, one that would test his resolve and potentially reshape his entire career. Tim Allen thought he'd weathered the storm, but ABC was about to pull the rug out from under him. What happens when a network decides a hit show doesn't fit their agenda? The sudden axing of Last Man Standing left fans reeling and Allen facing an uncertain future. But sometimes what looks like defeat can become an unexpected victory.
Or a cop pulls me over because I have a very high performance car and it was making too much noise. As soon as the window goes down, he goes, oh. Sometimes is explained, which I hate in big arenas, that this is a thought police thing, and I do not like it. But when I use these words, this is my intent behind those words.
Yeah.
Last Man Standing was a powerhouse for ABC, consistently ranking as their second most popular comedy behind only Modern Family. The show's success made what happened next all the more shocking. In 2017, ABC dropped a bombshell. They were canceling Last Man Standing. The news hit Tim Allen and the crew like a ton of bricks. They'd been riding high, confident in their performance and loyal audience. How could this be happening? Theories about the real reason for the cancellation spread like wildfire. Many fans and industry insiders couldn't help but wonder, was this about more than just ratings? The show's portrayal of Alan as a likable conservative character stood out in a sea of politically correct programming. Some speculated that Alan's outspoken conservative views had put a target on the show's back. Was ABC trying to silence a voice that didn't align with their progressive agenda? Alan himself was left scratching his head. In his own words, "We all thought we were at the top of their game at ABC. Who knows how networks work, I don't know, but it was dropped." The confusion and disappointment in his voice were palpable. Here was a man who'd given his all to a successful show, only to have it yanked away without a clear explanation. But if ABC thought this would be the end of Tim Allen's career, they were in for a rude awakening.
We're off the air.
We all thought we were at the top of their game at ABC. Who knows how networks work? I don't know, but it was dropped.
There's moments that it's more. It reminds me of my anarchist background.
The public rallied around Allen in a way that took everyone by surprise. Social media exploded with messages of support and outrage over the cancellation. Fans made it clear they weren't going to let their favorite show go down without a fight. As the dust settled, many wondered if this would be the final chapter in Tim Allen's television career. Had Hollywood finally succeeded in silencing one of its most outspoken conservative voices? The answer came swiftly and decisively. Fox announced they were picking up Last Man Standing. ABC's attempt to silence Allen had backfired spectacularly. Not only had they lost one of their top-rated shows, but they'd inadvertently turned Allen into a symbol of resistance against Hollywood's woke agenda. Fox executives recognized the goldmine they'd just acquired, embracing Allen's comedic style and the loyal fan base that came with it. The question now was, how would Tim Allen use this unexpected triumph to further challenge Hollywood's status quo? Tim Allen's unwavering stance against cancel culture has transformed him into an unlikely champion of free speech in Hollywood.
That's what we talked about. I can't even say it here. I can't even point to it.
Yeah.
It is an alarming thing for comedians. But my act has really been about family and kids and growing up anyway.
Fox picks it up.
Fox picks it up. And the patient was like dead. I was the last guy in the hotel, the hospital room. I said,
his refusal to back down from controversial statements has resonated with fans who feel increasingly stifled by political correctness. Allen's comparison of today's culture to a high school environment where everyone's waiting to pounce on someone's mistake strikes a chord with many who share his frustrations. The broader implications of Allen's stand are significant. His ability to survive and even thrive after facing backlash demonstrates that there's still an audience hungry for voices that challenge the status quo. Allen's critique that comedians shouldn't have to explain their jokes highlights the growing tension between creative expression and societal sensitivities. As Hollywood grapples with these issues, Allen's experiences raise important questions. Can the entertainment industry find a balance between promoting inclusivity and preserving artistic freedom? Will other celebrities follow Allen's lead in pushing back against perceived censorship? The answers to these questions may well shape the future of free speech and entertainment for years to come.